Hi everyone, welcome to this month's healing meditation. This is for the month of April 2022 and we are working with the energies of Lavender Quartz right behind me. It's really quite a heavy piece, so I can't hold it while we're doing the meditation, so it will stay up behind me. Now, lavender quartz is a variety of rose quartz. It has a lilac or lavender color due to its high manganese or titanium content and is said to only come from one mine in Bahia, Brazil. So it is an uncommon variety of rose quartz. It is particularly involved with self-love, and given this month's angel message from the keepers of the keys, it is in perfect alignment with that angel message. So whenever you come across this meditation or find this meditation or a call to this meditation, is a perfect time for you. It is just that this month's meditation is designed to complement that angel message. So that angel message is all about the month of April and how there's a great level of energy of expansion, and the expansion is an expansion into love, and that's what I find delicious and wonderful and lovely. And April is the beginning of the astrological new year, as we've seen it was really marked by the equinox at the end of March, but now April will really moving into that energy. We've had the new moon in Aries. All these are markers of this new astrological year, so it's a new cycle that we are moving into. So many people actually consider this as the beginning of the year, and energetically in some ways it is. So there's a great deal of energy of moving forward. There's some fiery energy because we are in the Aries mansion at the moment, and it's ruled by Mars, the god of war. What Mars can do, and he is the equivalent of Aries in Greek mythology. He was also the lover of Venus or Aphrodite. So there's more to the story of this energy. It is certainly a warrior energy, and sometimes we need a warrior energy to stand up and advocate for ourselves. It also is wonderful to have that fire energy to propel us into action. So when we can align ourselves with love, we can be propelled into action with love. And this is what the Keeper's message was all about. It's like whatever we do, do it with love. And that is, whether we're striving for our personal goals or personal desires, whether it's how we look after ourselves or don't. I say very often when we're talking about self-love, if you see a gap between how you treat yourself and how you treat a beloved person, like a child or a loved one, not to say that a child of course needs lots of care, that physical care, that you because it doesn't have independence, but I mean in terms of the degree of love and nurturing. So that gap between how you treat yourself or your dear friend is another way of thinking of it. Then that is the gap between you and self-love. And that is the journey that you need to take to heal in relation to love. Because here we are, this month is helping us to move forward into the consciousness of love. If we do not have self-love, then we are not in the consciousness of love. And remember, the keepers equate the term consciousness as love as an equivalency with 5D consciousness. Now, if you're not familiar with the term 5D, that's all okay. I'm not going to go into explaining to it. For those who are familiar with it, the keepers believe that it is more descriptive to call it the consciousness of love. And there is less confusion, therefore, of what it is. What is 5D consciousness? We could have a whole discussion about it, whereas the consciousness of love is far more self-explanatory. And of course, we could have discussions of what that means. This is a concept that can be more easily and readily understood and accepted by people. So moving into the consciousness of love includes self-love. It is part of the process. It is an indispensable part. You cannot separate it from any other part of the consciousness of love. You can't have love for other people without having love for yourself. And so certainly in psychology in the world of attachment and circle of security, and raising children. What they talk about when raising children is that we can't do this from an empty cup. We must fill up our own cup before we can help and be with others and love and care for others. So this is the same concept, is we're going to fill ourselves up with love so that we can then spread and share love in the world. And that's essentially what we'll be doing. And Lavender Quartz will be assisting us. So this piece is actually available. I've had it for a number of years within the Temple of Blue Volcano, and has done a lot of energy work with me. It is $580 Australian. So if you just want a closer view, a bit hard with the phone. In any case, if you're wanting some more information or more images of it, do please let me know. So that is the energy of Lavender Quartz and of the angel message for this month, for April 2022. So we'll be moving into the meditation now. I will again say that when it comes to this meditation, and do not do this while you are driving or operating heavy machinery. Also care for your bodies afterwards. So in other words, drink lots of water, ground. And for some of you, it may be that you need to rest, or that you need to have a sea salt bath, or whatever it is that you need to do, connect with nature to come into your bodies and support your bodies. So if anyone has any questions or comments about self-love and how do you do this when there are often so many elements to ourselves that we don't like, or we try to ignore or suppress, then please let me know. I would love to share more about this. It's something that I'm passionate about, and hope that I support people in moving through to the not just the understanding of self-love, although understanding and awareness comes first, but the embodiment of self-love, because that's really what we're all about. It's all about the embodiment. We're here to be physical and human, even as we are spiritual beings in our physical bodies. So I'll call in the keepers of the keys, and we'll connect with the energy of Lavender Quartz. Welcome, dear ones. We are pleased to be here with you. We are pleased to be sharing this message of the consciousness of love and of self-love, as Vicky has already described, and we agree with what she has said. Now, we are always welcoming opportunities to discuss this with you, and subsequently you will find that Vicky will share our whole talk on the consciousness of love, including self-love, that we held in January. And so this will illuminate some of these discussions so that you can come into greater awareness for yourself. For these purposes, let us connect with the meditation to support you in moving into the consciousness of love and receiving love into your bodies. And so we invite in the higher selves of all who connect with this meditation in the eternal moment of now. And we gather a symphony of light with Aria, Vicky's Divine Collective, and Araya, her higher self, with the councils of light, the archangels and the angelic realms, Melchizedek and the order of Melchizedek, and the Christed beings of light. Connecting in with Father, Mother, God, and the great central source, the great central sun, the great white rose. As we bring through a pillar of light to you and through the Temple of Blue Volcano, moving through your bodies, opening through the crystalline grids and moving into the lower chakras, and into the heart of Gaia. As this light, this pillar of light, continues back up in an ever-flowing, continuous circulation of light, and expanding through your energy field and through the upper chakras, connecting with your higher selves, as this creates the sacred container and vessel for this session, for this meditation, and for this healing. And so we connect with the divine consciousness of this lavender quartz. And we bring it forward to you and through you, surrounding you, enveloping you, and filling you up from the inside out. Moving into the triangle of the heart, throat, gavora, across the shoulders, and into the heart center. Through the back of the heart and the upper back. Continuing into the throat, to the right side of the face, right brain, and into the crown. As lavender quartz works through your body, as we bring forward all parts of you, including your exiles, those you have forgotten, the parts of you have forgotten and exiled or ignored, suppressed, denied, dismissed. For we must bring these shadows into the light of love. And we invite them, as much as you're ready for, and in your best and highest good, into your heart center, firstly in the forecourt of the temple of your hearts. And that this may be as far as you may allow them in this instance. And from here, we engage with your higher selves to bring healing and love to all parts of you. And we fill the temple of your hearts with the energy of lavender quartz. Allowing it to fill you and expand you. And allow this reflected, radiating light to expand out of the temple of your hearts to fill also all the parts of you. The forgotten parts, the hidden parts. what you have thought to be the unlikable or unlovable parts. Allow us, dear one, to love them for you. And allow this energy to permeate this entire heart triangle of the tree of life, filling even onto the back of the heart, up to Gavora, to the whole back of this heart triangle, across the shoulders. Allow the light of lavender quartz to return your cells to love. And as your cells return to love, so do you, dear ones, return to love. Moving through the spleen and the old stories about your cells that you have held about yourselves that are unloving. Again, allow us to bring healing to these stories and to gently bring these stories to love. So these stories may also enter the heart space, the foreground of the temple of your hearts, intermingling with the energy of all parts of you. And your higher selves now come forth from the inner sanctum of the temples of your hearts to illuminate all parts of you, old stories of you, with the light. So as much as you are ready for and what is in your best and highest good, you bring these parts of you, these stories of you, deeper into your heart center, allowing them, inviting them into the temple of your hearts so they may begin to return home into integration with the whole of you. Held together by the light of love. Allow this to be an alchemical reaction within you, within your body. Transforming these old stories, how you perceive yourself, how you see your lives, how you see your bodies. So that you may begin to identify yourselves know yourselves as the love that you are. And so it is. Just taking a few deep breaths to return to our bodies. That was quite strong for me. How did you feel that in your bodies? I need to stretch and move your shoulders. Flex them. Whatever is comfortable for you. That was indeed in some ways an advanced and strong meditation to work with our exiles and the different parts of ourselves. This is something that I usually only do with individually with clients. So please, if anyone is having any questions or responses or thoughts or feelings that come up, do please let me know, and we can talk through and discuss that and what that means for you. So do be gentle with yourselves, loved dear ones, loved ones. Know that you are loved, that you are love, and indeed you have the energetic support of Lavender Quartz and the Keepers of the Keys with you. So call upon them whenever you wish. They are not only personal to me, they're here for everyone. Or call upon your higher selves, your divine collectives, and ask them to help you through this process and of healing, releasing, and of integration. Sending you all much love.